Okay, I just did the math, 536 days or 76 weeks starting a business, and after 76 weeks, I am clean state, starting fresh. Just to give a little brief overview, I went back into a journal and I had looked, and it's July 25th of 2022 is when I wrote in my journal my new business idea. And that business idea was Pairs, an app that would match couples with other couples so that people like my wife and I can just swipe through other people in our area and find people to hang out with. And since July 2022, a lot has happened. I've made a couple of YouTube videos, but we're having to start completely over. I'm going to start, at least fresh now, documenting the entire process. You know, how we go from basically zero until, the app scales and until it's a full business. So that is the goal with these YouTube videos. I'm going to make a couple about just my thoughts and the process that we're using, the software that we're using, and just everything that's in my brain leading up to the launch of the app and then also scaling through the app. And I'm doing this because, well, I was inspired by Alex Hormozi, who says he's doing what he's doing because he wishes Warren Buffett or Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos had documented their journey. But I feel like even Alex Hormozi starts his documentation after he sold Jim Launch and Allen and Prestige Labs and all these other companies. And so he's even starting, at 100 million and trying to document to 1 billion. This is my way to document from zero until the app launches, till we scale it, until, maybe someday we'll end up in Alex Hormozi's portfolio. That's the goal that's been floating around my head. I've been watching a lot of Alex Hormozi content, so we'll see how that goes. But a little bit more on why we're starting fresh. The main reason is the platform that I used to code Pairs. It's called Bubble.io. It's a no-code platform built for web apps. And I actually designed this web app that would function like a mobile app, and I put it on one page because I heard that if you did that with web apps, you can wrap a web app. I don't know what that means, but you can get it wrapped and on the App Store as an iOS app. I think I did that last September or October of 2023, and the goal was to get it wrapped and then to start getting users and use that. And then Bubble came out with the announcement that they're going to release a platform where you can use no code to build native mobile apps. And I've been fighting with this in my head for the last maybe month or two, and I finally decided that I'm going to wait and then rebuild the app, launch it on Google and on Apple, on those two stores, and then start user acquisition. A little bit more about why I'm choosing to start over and start fresh. The main reason was I feel like if I had wrapped the web app, and even if I did get some users to it, once Bubble came out with their mobile platform, I planned on rebuilding the app anyway. And I didn't see any point because then I have to transition users from this web app that I designed into a different app that was a mobile app. And it just felt like I would make, I'm running a marathon only to have to stop and then start running another marathon, and that didn't make any sense to me. The second reason was I don't really know when Bubble is going to relaunch, or not relaunch, but when Bubble is going to launch their mobile app builder. They said it's going to be mid-2024. I don't know if that means closer to May or April. That could be August if it's a late release. I know it's going to be a long process to get this wrapped on the App Store. It might take a month. It might take 2 months to get something approved to go on the App Store. And then, by that time it'd be March or so. I didn't want to do all this work only to have them, release the mobile platform and then again have to start over. So we're doing clean slate, and I also feel like a clean slate is just a good thing for me. It's been a year and a half. Nothing's really come of it. We have a prototype on the App Store. It's not great. But I've learned a lot in the last year and a half, and I think, again, I've listened to too much Alex Hormozi content, but in the last year and a half, even though I don't have much to show for it in terms of a business that is functioning and running and getting users and growing, I feel like I am what I've invested in. So for the last year and a half, I've invested in myself, and everything that I've done has been to invest in me. And so that's where we're at now. That's our plan. I think for basically the rest of the year, document a little bit of this initial process, maybe talk about some of the things that I've learned in the last year and a half, wait for Bubble to release their mobile app development platform, and then the third step to that plan is to run ads to get users for our app. But yeah, you've got my plan for the rest of the year basically. I think the last thing that I'll say for this video is I hope that explaining my last year and a half and then documenting moving forward is helpful to anybody out there who was in my shoes, who wishes that even Alex Hormozi had documented his early days pre-gym launch when he was, sleeping on the floor in a gym, starting up his first brick and mortar gyms. Because I feel like a year and a half ago or even 2 years ago, I big dreams, didn't know what to do with them, didn't know where to go, didn't have much direction, didn't have much focus. And so these, the last year and a half for me has been, big learning opportunity, and I think I'm going to learn a lot moving forward, developing the app and running ads and doing all that kind of stuff. So that's the plan. That's what we're doing. Stay tuned. Follow, subscribe. I don't know what YouTube is, but do any of those things, and we'll catch you guys next time.